Strap yourselves in, guys. This is my spoiler review of Punisher One Last Kill. Now, if you haven't seen it, go over to Disney, check it out, come back and let me know your thoughts. If you don't care about spoilers, well, then let me know your thoughts in the comment down below. All right, guys, let's get into it because I'm really excited about this one. The Punisher One Last Kill is a 45-minute Marvel special presentation directed by Ronald Marcus Green, starring Jon Bernthal. The hyper-violent R-rated special balances Frank Castle's raw PTSD-driven mental breakdown with an action-packed, brutal survival story featuring Judith Light as Ma Gonichi, serving as a gritty transition into the MCU. The special is set concurrently with Born Again Season 2, with Hell's Kitchen having become a fascist cesspool. Castle last seen escaping Fisk's prison and is now secluded in an apartment in New York City's Little Sicily district. There, the crime has escalated to an aggressive degree. Thugs are assaulting civilians in broad daylight, and even the New York Police Department won't touch them. Frank witnesses the violence but refrains from engaging it due to his long, lingering trauma. He's having severe PTSD breakdowns and seeing ghosts of his murdered wife and his daughter. He's depressed and he's feeling a complete loss of purpose. I really love the angle that they're going on with this. I love how they actually push this point. We're actually pushing Frank's mental side more than his physical side, which I really enjoyed that a lot, actually. Amongst all this, what's going on in his head and deep grief that he's fighting with, Castle is confronted by a mobility-impaired mafia Mama Gonichi, or Ma Gonichi, and that's played by Judith Light, who scorns him for gruesomely eradicating her whole entire family in vengeance. She warns him that, as Mama did in 2012's Dread, every criminal in the district, from apartment to apartment, has been paid off to hunt him down by any means necessary. And now he must use his brutal skills and survival, and ideally he discovers his purpose as well. The second half of this special is widely praised for delivering relentless, high-octane, R-rated combat. And we see it, and that's what we want to see, because this is The Punisher, and we've seen it all in the Netflix, and we've seen it now in Daredevil as well, and we get to see it in this special. Let's just talk about the performances. I mean, Jon Bernthal's performance is universally praised for carrying deep emotional weight and intensity, and it's true. He really gets into this character, and for me, Jon Bernthal still is Frank Castle, and no one else comes close. Guys, drop me a comment down below if you think there's another actor that comes close to Jon to play the Punisher. Now, is this perfect? No, it's not. There's a few things that were a little bit kind of annoyed me, and that's look. The whole special runs for about 48 minutes around there. It's a very slow burn, setting up the beginning, and this kind of leaves the story a little bit undeveloped. So it was a little bit hard to kind of get into that, but the final act felt like a classic Punisher chaos, and the violence and the action. I had it all, and it was gritty and dark and everything else, and it felt like a John Wick feel to me. Because this is like literally in two parts. You'll see the PTS side of him, pushing him and all that, which is really, really good. You don't see him in the uniform. There was a lot of backlash about him not being in his suit at all, until you see the very end of him into his new look, which I absolutely loved. Look, guys, overall, I'll give it a score of 8 out of 10 for me. Definitely, I enjoyed it. My final thoughts on this is Bernthal carried this hard, but I wanted more. I really wanted more because I love this character, and I was such a big fan of the Netflix special. So I really wanted more, but we're going to see more of him in, obviously, the new Spider-Man movie. So I can't wait for that. Guys, if you are not even a fan and you don't know anything about the Punisher or anything like that, guys, check it out. I do recommend go back watching, obviously, the Netflix series and watching this as well, because it's just entertaining, it's fun, and you're going to have a good time watching this. My final thing I want to say is I feel like Marvel might finally be remembering that street-level heroes hit different. Guys, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. I hope you liked my review. Drop me comments, guys. I want to hear from you. Do you agree with me, disagree, whatever? Drop them down below. Like, follow, the whole lot, because it helps with the algorithm. Guys, thanks very much.